All right. Good morning. Today is July 19th, 2024, and let's go over this week's as well as today's outlook. So yesterday, I mean, whenever I talk about the dealing range, I mention it a lot, but for some reason I decided to completely ignore that fact on the higher time frame, and that's kind of kept me out of sync this week. Hindsight, it's totally obvious, but obviously when I was in the moment, I wasn't thinking about that, and I should have, because that's one of my primary rules whenever I'm trading with the dealing range, and that is if I do want to get long, I wait for price to violate a dealing range as per Ali Khan. He always talks about that, but that's fine. Um, yeah, that's totally fine. I haven't had a bad week. It's just been frustrating being on the wrong side. Wait, having the bias wrong. Um, and the bias should have been lower prices until we violate this dealing range. Okay, and so yeah, that's completely my fault. And so now I'm expecting higher prices. Now, actually, with today's overnight news, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a gap down to here maybe, and gap down down to here. And that's the perfect place where I do uh, want to think about maybe looking for longs. Um, so yeah, I think I'm expecting a gap down. Uh, and if it's lower, then no trade today. But if we have a gap down into these areas and I see signs of a reversal, then I will be looking to get long. I wasn't planning on trading today, but given the news, it does provide logical sense to look for a reversal or some sort of actually not some sort of, but a TGIF type of play. TGIF type of play is when price has reached way past its weekly objective, and so that's what I'm looking for today. Now, I am looking at this as a sort of symmetrical type of move before price continues higher. And as you can see here, we had a symmetrical move all the way down into these into this gap here. So if price rebalances this gap, price should move higher. Um, oh yeah, and I'm not looking for price to reverse here. I'm actually looking down here. So we'll see. I want the gap down to be in these areas, but who knows? Well, actually, the market's already been open for a while, so we'll see. But same thing on this one. We do have a gap down. I mean, I expect a gap down into this area, because if that's the case, then we might have some sort of symmetrical move, sort of like this one. And that just coincides with these areas here. So we'll see. If I do end up taking a TGIF type of play, a TGIF type of reversal is very sudden and aggressive. So if that doesn't happen, then I'm probably not gonna trade. And I need it to happen within the 10 o'clock macro. I don't expect it to happen any other time after that, because after the 10 o'clock macro, I just expect price to consolidate. Um, but again, that has to deal with what structure looks like and what happened overall with the Microsoft blackout, I think it was. Um, so we'll see. But yeah, so on the daily, I was looking at these old highs, at this old high, to see maybe if that's what price decides to trade into and then reverse to continue to move lower. Um, Now that's only if price did not gap down and just continued, just is consolidating here. I'd like for this area to get violated and then for price continue lower. So that's the idea if I am to short. If I am to long, uh, we would need to see a really large gap down. Same thing with this one, large gap down, to see if I decide to take a uh, a long play. The other reason why I'm interested in taking a long play is because this whole down move is for standard deviations away from the high. So if we are down here, then it is logical to assume that price would reverse for a TGIF type of play. So let's go ahead and connect to data and see where price is. Oh, and yesterday I did take a short, even though I missed most of that move. I did end up taking a short. Once I noticed that price sliced through this area, I quickly covered, and I realized that price is targeting the lows. Where is it? Right here. This low, and actually, let's go ahead and cancel the connect real quick. And this low right here. So all these lows, but these are the lows I had. Once price sliced through these areas, um, I started looking for a short because, and these are actually my favorite types of play because what happens is when price accelerates, and this is something I always talk about, when price accelerates, it tends to immediately search for pools of liquidity. So this area swept through. We had a momentary reversal, and then I started looking for the next areas of resistance. And when you have this, when you have a gap, and in the same vicinity you have an old low, which just happens to be here. Now the price is down here, you have an old low now. That's confluence. And if price really is seeking liquidity and there's one right next to it, you take a chance with that. So you end up shorting up here and you cover down here. Because what happened as soon as I covered, price recovered, and I would have been stopped out. So I like this play. It was nice. It's actually one of my favorite ones. A lot of times when I do talk about shorting or longing, I expect fast price delivery, and these are the best types of plays that you want to get into. This is what ICT calls the low hanging fruit type of play. Um, so yeah. So into the afternoon, I didn't take any trade, but I did follow price, and I would have this would have been a really good entry. Uh, After price came back into equilibrium, swept this 5-minute high, created an intermediate short-term high here, um, and this was during 14 o'clock macro. This would have been the entry with a stop right above this high, because if this is the intermediate term high, intermediate term highs are not meant to be broken after price if price is drawing in the direction of your bias. And as you can see here, it would have been a really nice short play. I was in front of the screen as well for this reversal, but there was no entry here. If you're playing an inversion, then maybe here with an entry to get longer. But lately, I've been avoiding inversions because though they are nice plays, I like to see an inversion along with a gap, because if once I saw this, if price had traded into this tiny gap, I would have taken it with a stop down here. But obviously that didn't happen, and price continues to draw higher. If you zoom into the 2, 3, 4, 5 minute, there's no entry on any of these gaps. So that's fine. But again, since the draw were the lows, you want to get in the direction of the main time frame, of the main trend, and obviously it gave us a perfect entry here within the macro. So those are the only plays I saw. Um, yeah, I had a stupid play here. I should have covered up here, but instead it ended up getting stopped out because again, price sliced through this. I did not want to see this slice. I wanted to see something like, oh, here we go. You see a slice through, and then you get a quick recovery. That's what I wanted to see here, and obviously that didn't happen. So once price swept that low, got into a nice one here, and then ended up getting about 40 points. So that was my only play. But again, I saw this one. I should have taken it, but I was a bit hesitant because of the fact that I've had a good week, and I was just not looking to get back any profits because we are trading in a very volatile market condition. So let's connect the data and see what price did overnight. Again, I'm expecting a gap down, so we'll see if we got that. And if we did, then where is price likely to go next? Where is it drawing to? Has it taken out liquidity um, on the higher time frame? If so, do I look for lower time frame liquidity sweeps? And if that happened, then we'll see. But again, I'm looking to see where price is at right now. Here we go. All right. Okay, so not that much of a gap down. Um, yeah, not that much of a gap down. We did sweep previous low, previous day low. Yep, right here on both sides. Let's take a look at YM. Okay, so we do have equal highs here, equal highs here. This would have been a good short here. Yeah, because we did sweep this, we didn't sweep this liquidity pool, so that's SMT along with this one. We swept this liquidity pool up here, so that could have been a good short. I'm missing some data up here for some reason. Weird. Yeah, right here. That's weird. Anyways, so yeah, currently right now I do see as the highs, but I am aiming for these lows today. So I'm not looking to because prices in this area, I'm not interested. Um, what did I just delete? Okay. So yeah, because price is in this range, I'm not looking to short or get long. But let's see what the lower time frame looks like before I actually decide. We are forming a gap here, so I'd like this gap to stay open. Maybe a trade into here or something. I'm not sure because this is equilibrium of this 4 hour gap, 4 hour dealing range. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and move into the 4 hour. Okay, and we do have a gap here, and we did trade into this gap, so it's totally logical that price would draw lower from here. Same here, we drew into this gap here. So let me just draw this. Actually, I don't need to because you know what? Let's do it anyways. Right. Okay. So again, we did sweep these lows. We did sweep these lows, but the 4 hour dealing range has not been violated yet. Technically, it would be here, and it would make logical sense for price to reverse. But given where we're at right now, I'm not so sure that happens. Let's just take a look at the 16. All right, and so we are at these lows here. We are at this gap here, but as you can see, there's no liquidity pool here that I see on the 1 hour. So I'll have to look at the 15 to see if there's something. There's might be something here, but yeah, I don't see that. So as it stands right now, my current draw are the highs. This pull up here, because if we trade into this pool, we would be trading into a pool along with an inefficiency up here. Same thing here, pool along with an inefficiency up here. So same plan as yesterday, and the plan is to get long with a draw towards the highs. Now, this time, I would like to see, yeah, I would like to see what happens in the 15-minute first before I actually talk about anything else. And this is an inversion, so price should hold above this area. Now it's fine if it comes down to here, as long as it doesn't slice through these areas, then that's fine. Because like I said again, this is an inversion. These are inversions here, so price is violated this inversion here. So it did violate this bearish order, this bearish PD array. Same thing here. Violated these two bearish PD arrays, and I don't see price violating anything else. So let's take a look at the 15-minute, and we are trading within a weekly gap, right? So it makes sense that we would be drawing higher after this. Okay, so as it stands, this is the dealing range here. There we go. So in a sense, we are trading from internal higher time frame, which would be the weekly, to external, which would be the lower time frame external liquidities, since we are in a down range, uh, in a downtrend. Same thing here. This is the dealing range. You know, let's you know what? Let's add this because this might be important. And today I'm not taking any trades for the 0930 open. There you go. Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for price to move into this area. Same thing here. I'm looking for price to move into this area, and then for price to draw higher after that. I don't want to see a move down into this area, because if I do, then no trade. Because in that case, what I would be looking for is I'd be looking for a quick flush into these areas, below this area, before possibly seeing a reversal back up. Nope, there's nothing there. And we do have relative equal highs here, so price should target these areas. But then again, I've been wrong. Actually, I was wrong yesterday, so that's fine. And I should have noticed as soon as we got this displacement. But again, sometimes my arrogance gets to me where I think I'm right, but I have to listen to what the market is saying instead of listening to my little pea-sized brain. All right. So let's take a look at the 5-minute. And this is technically displacement here. This is displacement here, but it could just be a rebalance of this move. So we are technically rebalanced now, and it does make sense that price is doing this. Yeah. Okay, and I don't see any SMT. There is SMT with the higher time frame, the daily and the weekly, but I'm not going to take that into account because we are in an area where the unknown could happen. Because again, we are in an area where I have no idea what price is going to do. I honestly thought we were going to reverse that extreme discount, but I should have really looked at it. But again, my arrogance got to me, and I ended up not taking this whole move, which would have been an awesome trade. But oh well, that time's over. I don't know why I'm missing data here. Weird. And let's take a look at the 5-minute, and that's about as low as I'll get. Here we go. All right, so on the 5-minute, we do have this area here. Same thing with this area here. So yeah, right here. So maybe break below this area here, and a break below this area here on ES. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have. So I'll come back at the 10 o'clock macro to see where price is. But if it sweeps these highs, then a play the objective is done. And in that case, you just wait until something happens. You wait until you see some sort of liquidity pool get drawn, and then you take a chance afterwards. But yeah, so today again, I'm not looking for a 0930 um, opening play. I'm looking for something in the 10 o'clock macro. Um, the gap down did not happen as low as I wanted it. These are the news right here. And the funny thing is, yeah, the funny thing is, look where when it happens at exactly 250, always within a macro. All the news always happens within a macro. Is that coincidence? No, I'm not sure. But it's just funny how things are planned. Um, just like gold. The day before the attack on Israel, that Friday, price had a huge reversal. And obviously that Saturday or whatever, or Sunday, whenever October 7th was, I guess, is when the attack happened. So yeah, it's just funny how things happen. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect from data here, and hopefully I get the move that I want today. Same play as yesterday, kind of like right here. I should have taken this one instead of this one. And there was also SMT at those highs, so complete mistake on my part. But that's fine, because again, when price is moving in one direction, you stay away from the market until you see something, and that's what I saw here. I was able to make a good trade to end the week. So I'm more mad that I missed some technical uh, drawings. I missed some technical price action concepts, and that could have really paid me well. But the fact that I didn't take any dumb trades, well, except for the one yesterday, but that was a micro, so I'm not really too concerned about that one. Um, yeah, the fact that I missed out on those because of my of those mistakes, it's unforgiving, and so yeah, I have those for my record now, so I'll be reviewing those videos over the weekend, and hopefully next week I'll be more prepared, and a lot less confused, but a lot less out of sync than I was this week with the market. But yeah, so I'll be back at 9:45, and I'll turn the data back on and see if I get something. Okay, I'm back. Let's go ahead and connect to data and see where price is. If I don't see what I like, then I'll call it a day. I do want to end the week on a great note, so it's best not to trade if I don't see what I like. All right, there we go. Again, why isn't... Yeah, I'm not trading today because, I don't know, for some reason, the data is not, um, let's see if there's a way. Okay. Yeah, definitely not trading today. I don't know. Something's going on. You know what? Let's take a look. Let's actually do this better, a lot better. I can delete this. Let's go ahead and open this. I hope trading view is not the same either. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Let's close this. All right, let's take a look at this here. All right, so we haven't struck that high. We traded into discount or equilibrium. We're at equilibrium here. Equilibrium here. Huh? What is this right here? Okay. We swept these lows. Okay. All right, let's take a look now. Let's go ahead and close this. I don't know what the hell's wrong with this. I won't be able to get into a trade, but maybe logging out and then logging back in works. Uh, okay, so we got to sweep up here. We got to sweep up here as well. Is this the 1 minute? Yep, 1 minute. Okay. Price is drawing lower. But we're still drawing higher. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable trading in these conditions. Let's take a look over here. Come on, I don't know what the hell's wrong with this. All right, let's see if it loads. So if I were to get long, it'd be here. But I'm not going to, obviously. Yep. Oh crap, that's SMT. Oh man. All right. Let's see what ES is doing. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take a shot here, even if the NY. Oh man. Workspaces. Oh, jeez. All right. I don't know what just happened. I completely cannot see that. All right. Let's go ahead and. All right. I'm gonna enter on ES. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, because ES is the one that doesn't have any SMT. And obviously my stop is here. This is my stop because ES has yet to what's the word? Yeah, so this is my stop, and the only reason why is because I'm trading it based off of SMT. My draw are the highs, but if this doesn't work out, then I'd like to get out here. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. It did sweep this low, but this dealing range is still within the risk parameters for me. So um, again, I would like if it sweeps these lows, then that means my draw on liquidity is wrong. So we'll see. I kind of wish I would have gotten into more now, but that's fine. I only realized up until I saw this right here because again, if you look at Nasdaq, swept these lows and now price is drawing higher, so we'll see. But yeah, this is a good trade. Let's see what the hell happened with my charts. Okay. Ah, jeez. I don't know why that happened that way, but let's take done. Yes. Connection. Workspace. All right. I don't know what the hell happened, but whatever. Let's go to the chart. Uh, September. Go. I don't know why I went back to this crap. Light template. What the hell? Let's go to default. Is it default? No, it's not default. All right, so I want these gaps to get respected. Again, my stop is still here. Load my template. All right, I don't know what the hell is happening. Yes. And I'm in a position right now, so I do got to get back in real quick. For some reason, my templates are all wrong. Okay, now it's working. Jeez, I'm glad I didn't override them. Uh, okay, so now it's loading, but let's see how price is trading here. All right, yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this reaction, but that's fine. Risk reward is minimal, 85, so about 4 points. This is technically displacement, but if I'm going to stick to my bias, then I do expect price to draw higher. All right, let's go back into these. Oh my God, I don't know what the hell's wrong. It's very frustrating. All right, whatever. Let's just keep them there. All right, so this is not a gap. This is my stop here. There we go. Okay. As long as price continues drawing higher, at least I know where my stop is. And I don't know where why my account is not showing up. Oh man, all kinds of messed up today. But yeah, I do like the setup, so we'll see. My target would be up here. Generally, I would like my target to be all the way up here, but I'm not gonna take that chance. Not for Friday. Yeah, this would be my final target, but it's because yeah, this stupid thing is not working with me today for some reason. Actually, let's do this. Reload historical data. Reload historical data. See how that works. Mm, and nothing. I don't know what's going on. Reload the industry. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. All right, so we're sort of getting something here. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. Oh, it's loading. Yeah, today is just being crappy. So whether this gets swept or not, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cover at 10 points, and that'll be the last trade for me. And don't be a punk. Just continue drawing higher. And of course, it's not loading now. Jesus. All right, let's go back to the ES. Okay. All right, so if price were to continue drawing lower, then this is where I would enter. So let's just enter here. Yeah, this is where I would enter if prices to continue drawing lower. But we'll see. Okay, looks like we are finally loaded. Oh, here we go. And of course it's not. Man. How the hell is this? 30, 40, 45, 50. All right, let's add this here. All right, so I think I might get stopped here, but that's fine. It's last trade of the day. Yeah, definitely not liking this. Okay, let's go back to these charts, and I'll go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'll stay with these charts. So does see that gap close? That's fine. And we just closed the hourly. Let's take a look at what the hourly looks like. All right, so the hourly is there's no gap in the hourly. What's the 15-minute look like? 15-minute looks good. 15-minute up here. It looks good. Okay, so we do have a breaker on the 15-minute, so I may have to end up taking it. But again, it all has to do with what happens here. Again, this is my stop. Actually, this is my stop now. So we'll see what happens. And again, this will definitely be my fault again because I am trading against the trend, against the dominant trend. So we'll see what happens. All right. Okay, so what I did is I added one more contract because that would bring my average down to here. But again, my hard stop is here. So let's see what price does. All right, and my first target will be here, and the rest will be up here somewhere. All right. What does NQ look like? All right, so we have another sweep down here, and I'm not liking that. Yeah, I'm really not liking that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. All right, so if price is to continue higher, it has to get above these highs. Otherwise, yeah, okay. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna just leave it there. Stop below this low. Okay. All right, so I don't like that reaction. Yep, I didn't like that reaction. But let's see what it does. What does NQ look like? NQ is drawing lower, so ES should draw lower also. I kept on saying 3 bar pattern. It's actually a 3 drive pattern. Um, just like when I say discount, I mean equilibrium. All right. All right. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take it. I don't like the condition, so I'm gonna just take it off here. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna take it off at this low because I don't like that price is just doing this. So I'm gonna set my stop right here. 587878. Okay. All right. All set. Yeah, so that'll be my stop. I don't like the conditions. I don't like that it's already 10:04 and nothing has happened. Um, what does the 5 minute look like? Yeah, I don't like the 5 minute here either. So I definitely rather be on the side lines. All right, so I'm completely out. Yep, I'm glad I took that because this doesn't tell me anything. All right, yeah, so I'm gonna call it a day actually. Let's see what. All right. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that my charts aren't working, so best to just stay on the sidelines. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you next week.